reporting old times. I'm just glad I didn't speak about it. He's got the times.
All right, Brad, whenever you're ready.
I got those mixed up with those.
All right, Jody, all set?
Yep.
Okay, and 3, 2, 1. Here we're looking at William Hannigan making his first appearance in the Slalom Super G. Has a little bit of trouble here on the jailbreak bars, falls forward but catches himself with his hands, now makes his way over the top.
Yeah, William is a Class 2 athlete, and this is his first time. So you're going to see some, rudimentary mistakes while he's out here, but hopefully he has the endurance to hang in there and finish strong.
William Hannigan finished with a time of 2:52 in the Class 2 slalom. Again, he's making his first appearance in the Slalom Super G. The official time on Rory Cooper was 6:35.938.
Yeah, William's going to have a lot to talk about when he gets back to his home state and tell his friends and his comrades. Participating in this event, or being asked to participate in this event, is quite an honor. And then when you finish it, you feel even better about yourself.
That's one of the things I've noticed about the slalom event, both the regular slalom and the Super G. So much camaraderie, and it's more about the determination and the will to finish the course rather than getting the best time.
Right. Some of these athletes practice for this event year-round, and you might ask, well, how do they practice? They've actually built similar obstacles, and they keep either at their home or at their therapeutic recreational area that they work out in.
Hannigan makes it through the pit. That pit is filled with sand and gravel and rocks and chains, but he's got it now over to the steps.
Right, and you see the tires that he's running is a compromise between both the knobby and those very narrow Kenda tires that we see some of the athletes using. It's a mid-grade tire that has knobs on it.
So Hannigan going backwards through those cones, over to that small platform where he's got to make a quick 360. A little bit of trouble getting to the top, but he's pushing through it.
Yeah, he had some trouble, but he was able to push through it because he was using a low air pressure on his tires, and his tires were actually gripping the corner of that obstacle and allowed him not to fall off. Williams also he's lowering his center of gravity by sitting in the wheelchair as low as he is. You'll see some of our athletes who sit much taller, their seat position. It gives him a lower center of gravity and makes him have more control of his wheelchair.
Hannigan's been having a little bit of trouble with the steps so far in this one, but he makes it up and onto the sled.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why he's having trouble with it is because he's never done it before. That obstacle is not in the slalom event. It's only in the Super G, and this is his first appearance.
Again, William Hannigan finished with a time of 2:52.22 in the Class 2 slalom.
Yeah, I believe that's a pretty competitive time split right there. I don't know that he's on pace to displace Ron Smith, but for a novice competitor, first time in this event, he's very good at running the course.
He's got to get himself through this L-shaped obstacle. All those boards there on the ground providing a lot of trouble for these competitors. You got to get up and over a lot of those bumps, and you have to stay on the obstacle the whole time. He's got it. Over to the uneven ramps.
Yeah, fatigue is setting in right now because if his arms were fresh, he would breeze right over that obstacle.
So William Hannigan now over to the ropes. Decides to put the top rope over his body before pushing through that bottom rope.
Let's see how he does on this inclined plane here, with as tired as he is, and the fact that he's never executed this obstacle at this angle before.
He's got to push through it. Got to spin around.
That's good.
There.
That's good.
Very nicely done.
You notice he slid there almost at the very end. He did slide, but almost at the point where he could have not disqualified, but would have had to execute that obstacle again.
So backwards to the cones he goes before he reaches another set of the jail bars.
He's got his casters hung up just a little bit on that second rung.
He gets through it, gets a great hand from the crowd in doing so.
And again, this is another new obstacle for him. He's done the obstacle, but when it stops on the next to top step, and he gets over it with no problem.
Very nicely done. We saw that obstacle give our last couple of competitors some trouble. Not so for William Hannigan.
And
He's over to the decapitator, trying to get underneath that board. Looks like that mattress is giving him a little trouble.
Well, it might have a little bit to do with his classification, that being a class 2. He's going to have some strength issues in his abdomen that he'll have to deal with, or in his waist. He got through it though.
Backing up and over that ramp, he's made his way to the back corner, getting ready for that big one.
Yeah, he took a deep breath and reseat his position in hitting his bucket, because he knows that this is going to be a challenging push. This ramp is upwards of 10 feet long and is speckled with cables and hoses that are fixed to the board that make it even more difficult to ascend.
Well, Hannigan pushes through it. He's over to the American flag.
Yet another obstacle that William will be crossing is this bridge. This bridge can be quite intimidating because the bridge is only 6 inches wide for each of your wheels, and you need to keep your casters up in order not to fall through the center of the bridge. And there was no problem.
Hannigan has no trouble with it. Slides across the finish line, gives a high five. He's done. William Hannigan finishes off his run in the Super G.